Hello and welcome to One Day at a Time, your 66-day beginner guide where we teach you everything there is to know about how to start your health and fitness journey. Follow One Day at a Time Club on Instagram and like the post daily to track your progress. Enjoy the workout.
Making it through another week of the 66-day challenge, one day at a time. And today, as always, we're going to do a little bit of yoga, strengthening and stretching the body in a very light and gentle way, just so that we can recover and open the body in a way that will keep it moving. So today, I'm going to take you through some poses that are on the ground, working through our core, working through our arms, waking them up with a little bit of strength work, and then gently stretching and opening through the chest, through the heart as well. So if you've done arms and core this week, then this will be a good follow-up. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to start in a tabletop position. So shoulders over hands, hips over knees. And just take a breath. Get comfortable here, make sure you're happy. You don't need to rush anything. Spread the fingers so that they're nice and your hands are nice and wide to support you. Knees hip width distance apart. And then all we're going to do is lift opposite limbs away from the mat one at a time and then bring them together to touch. So what I mean is we're going to take the right arm out in front of us. We're going to take the left leg back behind us. So here is waking up our core. We're also going to feel like we're shooting out, pushing out through the back of that left heel, pushing out through the tips of the right fingers. And then we're going to exhale, crunch the knee and the elbow together. Using the core and the hip flexors. And then inhale, open to lengthen. Let's do another one. Exhale, and open. So you can do a few sets of these. And exhale, drop yourself back to neutral whenever you're ready. And then we'll just swap over. So you'll notice when you lift opposite limbs away, so this time we're going left arm and right leg, you'll put all your weight through the limbs which are still down on the mat, so it's a good wake up and strengthener for those. It's a good stabilizer of all the muscles working together in order to support the body and keep it stable whilst you're doing this exercise. So we might think this is just core and just hip flexors, but you are subtly working everything else at the same time. So inhale, lengthen, pushing out through the foot and the hand. Exhale, elbow and knee together. Inhaling, open. Exhaling, knee and elbow together. And inhaling, one more. Exhaling, bringing that knee and that elbow together. And then when you're ready, you can just release again, back down to tabletop. Good. So from here, we're going to work on the arms, and we're going to do some side planks. So what I want you to do is get into a plank, first of all, and get nice and strong and stable in your plank. Again, spreading those fingers, feeling the weight in the hands, poker straight, your heels, hips, and shoulders. And then when you're ready, you're going to take your right hand, place it to the center of the mat. Always drop it a little bit in and down towards you, so that when you spin onto the sides of your feet and come into a side plank, your hand is underneath your shoulder. So we're in alignment. If we're reaching out like this, we're going to be unstable. We need to be in a line. Now what you can do is drop your knee to the mat to support you if you want to take a variation. And you can even come down onto your forearm if you prefer to do side plank like this. And breathe. We're sucking all the muscles in, everywhere, legs, arms, core, into the center, into the bone. And breathe. So waking up all of the muscles in the body. We're really working on those arms. And we're going to take the left hand and do exactly the same. So now, back into plank. Taking the left hand, placing it in the center of the mat again, dropping it in and down towards us a little bit. And then spinning onto the blades of the feet, sides of the feet, and opening that right arm to the sky. The goal here is to keep the hips in line with the shoulders and the heels. Don't need to push it up too far. Look after your lower back. And if you can, take a baby bend in this elbow, because otherwise we just rely on the joints and the bones rather than waking up the muscles. And then again, whenever you're ready, you can bring that hand back down again, or if you want to take a variation, you can do that also. And we'll come back to tabletop. Take a breath to reset and breathe. Alright, good. So now we're going to start to open up the front body a little bit more. Sitting back onto our heels. We're then going to come up onto our knees, kneeling, and we'll do what's called a camel pose. Now, you're going to take your hands and place them at the sacrum, which is a big plate of bone at the base of the spine and at the top of the glutes. Fingers pointing down, palms there. Your knees are below your hips, hip width distance apart. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale, shoot your hips forward a little bit, and drop the shoulders back. The hands at the lower of the spine supporting you. Make sure they're not on the spine or on the back, on that nice strong solid plate of bone at the base here. And so what we're doing is stretching and opening up all through the front of the body. So when you're ready, inhaling, hips forward, shoulders back, and gaze to the ceiling. So our face is pointing towards the ceiling. If we let go of the head, we're not working any of our neck muscles. We want to work those front neck muscles. Breathe. You'll feel your breath opening the gut, opening the front body. If it's there for you, you can reach behind you and grab your heels. But this is quite a big stretch, but it will give you a real open through the chest, through the heart, through the shoulders. Again, breathe. I'm sure you can see my gut expanding as I breathe. Keeping that chin gently tucked so you're looking at the ceiling, not dropping the head. Then when you're ready, bring yourself back to sit on your heels. Now, a point about working that front neck muscle. So as I said, don't drop the head back, keep it active. This muscle we rarely work. We're sat at our desks all day long. We're on our iPhones, we're on our whatever brand phone you should buy. We're on our mobile devices, and our posture is forward, we're slumped, we're dropped. And this muscle is hugely important for our posture. It's actually what stops you from getting whiplash. So it's important to work it. However, if you've not worked it for a long time and you've just done camel with me, you may find that you feel a little bit queasy. So just breathe. And as always with all these poses, no pushing, no forcing too much, 80%. Alright, so we've got time for one more, and we're just going to do a bridge. So you can spin your shins out from under you and sit on the mat. And we're going to bend the back now in the same way that we have with camel, but we're going to work our glutes a little bit more. So I'm going to bring my hips to my heels, lie back down on the mat, relax across my chest and my shoulders. I'm going to put weight in my chest and my shoulders and my neck, so I'm going to keep everything here still. And then making sure that my heels are nice and close to my bottom, to my glutes. I'm going to relax my arms on the mat and inhale, push through my heels, lifting my hips to the sky. So what you're doing, you're just lifting your hips and breathe. Now we're stretching the thigh muscles here. We're working the glutes. We're getting a little bend to the back. And again, we're just gently raising the heart to an elevation that's almost above the head. So relaxing the body, calming the body, whilst working the glutes and getting a stretch to the legs. When you're ready, you can drop your hips back down to the mat. You bring your knees to your chest and have a little rock just to loosen out those back muscles. Or you can just drop your knees from side to side, whatever feels good for you, and we're done. So, hopefully that's been good today to wake up the core, as well as open and stretch through the front of the body, and wake up the glutes to make sure that we're supporting any back bending that we're doing. And you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for joining me for today's session. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well as the notification bell so that you can stay up to date on all our videos. You guys have an amazing week, and I'll see you soon.